Thank you, Sheev. Yes, game one coming up at the best of 5 between NoPangolier and Virtus.pro here in the grand finals of the Maincast Autumn Brawl. I'm ODPixel, I'm here with Fold, and we've just seen the 2 drafts. Some exciting stuff indeed. We're seeing NoPangolier trying to pull up an anti-mage against Virtus.pro, one of the hottest teams in the world right now.
Yeah.
Is it going to pay off? Do you believe that NoPangolier have some sort of hidden strat with this AM that, I mean, at VP... They're not going to have expected the anti-mage pick.
I don't think they would have expected either. I mean, it's one of those heroes that this is time ago. It's been a long time. Dota has changed quite a bit. Time ago, the anti-mage versus the PL, right?
Sure.
AM can outpace him. You get that farm. You get your battlefield. You can actually stand toe to toe. PL's mana pool pretty high. It can be decent. However, now with like all the nerfs that's happened to AM, I was looking and I was like, oh my god, this strength gain. AM has like the worst strength gain in the game.
What?
It's like 1.3. It's really low. You are very squishy, and there is actually catch for him. Earth Spirit gives you 2 pretty reliable disables to catch the anti-mage. Wyvern can have you get the setup as well. But that being said, if they can actually let this AM get to the point where he can farm, if they can protect their towers and not let VP just control the map, this AM could have that game. He's got Alina to be able to ult in multiple situations. But that being said too, I'm worried in their lanes. I think that AM does not provide a whole lot in the laning phase, and also I think Undying makes Axe's life real miserable down bottom. It is a double melee. It is an Undying plus a PL versus an Axe, but with Undying, it just makes that big difference because you're just getting decayed nonstop.
Yeah, you have to be a little careful on how you run at them, as the Axes can end up being a little squishier than expected, but here we have it. So.
And they kind of, I'm like wondering how they're actually going to put their lanes, because the Tree and the Phoenix... Or Tree and Axe together, that means the Undying's even better, right? Because then you can always get that situation where you can just double decay over and over again. However, Phoenix has to kind of stay to help his AM. So I think their lanes are going to suffer a bit here.
Yeah. I mean, as you say, there's not really any sort of situation where you can leave this AM on his own unless you really want him to be sacked at the start. But as the panel mentioned, this is the hero that you're looking to win you the game as NoPangolier.
Maybe that's just what they do. They're just like, all right, we're just going to full sack him and then maybe... hope our X gets a good start with like a Blink Dagger early on so he can make plays, and then AM will get the space after they can make plays with Blink. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
I saw they're sending one of the supports did just TP top, so yeah, we've got the Phoenix. He did TP up there after starting for that Rune Brawl as the middle lane. See how this one goes down. We've seen no one having some very top world-class performances in the mid lane in both of the series we saw from VP so far, so could certainly be a tough one for Sailor here on his Necrophos, as no one has been, just outperforming anyone that he's been matched up against in these 1v1s so far. Yeah,
Lina favorite matchup too. Yeah. Necro can still farm pretty decently, but as you can see already, you see what no one's doing, just right off the bat, he's using his range advantage. He's going to constantly poke this Necro every time he walks up, and then you have to be a little careful as a Necro because you have to watch when you're walking up to use your Death Pulse to hit the creeps, because you can get stunned and comboed. And yeah, double melee bottom versus an Undying. Solo is going to be pretty happy here. Instant deny after getting battle hungered. Doesn't have to worry about that damage and just keeps throwing those onto Zayats.
And as we say, there's not really a lot that NoPangolier could do to change this sort of situation with the lanes that they are going to have to deal with.
No, and Zayats dropping already, losing quite a lot of strength, and they know he has Leech Seed. That being said, though, Ramses also was forced to skill the Doppel level 1 because of the pressure they put on behind the tower.
Yeah, rough lanes really all across the map for NoPangolier. We'll see how much farm the anti-mage gets up top at the moment. Naive, 6-for-1, so he is finding the CS with the backup of his Phoenix.
Oh, he gets the kill with the Soul Rip. Oh boy.
Tough lanes indeed.
Yeah, tough lanes is really the name of the game that it's going to be for NoPangolier.
It's going to be a rough start for NoPanga.
Yeah. Like the AM Phoenix, the AM should be able to get some farm here though, because like Winter Wyvern and Earth Spirit, they can't actually threaten the craziest amount up here. And especially not if the rolls don't connect.
And this mid lane, I mean, it's going as rough as expected.
Yep.
It really is. 13 for 5 against the 7 for 1. No one once again showing up in full form.
If you fall behind as a Necro in that lane too. Oh, Solo gets the Dream Rune. Full mana to help out his bottom lane PL. He's already farming really well. And mid, so saying like if you start falling behind as this Necro, that's where Lina can get like it could be like the double null into like the quick phase boots. You can threaten kills pretty consistently onto that Necro with a quick rotation in from especially an Earth Spirit, like the dream rotation for Alina.
There's so much sort of potential from VP in terms of moving around the lanes because they have that Earth Spirit. As we see, NoPangolier's draft, they don't really have that sort of support that's able to sort of head over to the mid lane and bam, suddenly sort of set the Necrophos up for a chance to kill no one's Lina.
Yeah, it's like Phoenix can work as like if they overcommit, right? You get that nice Icarus dive, but Icarus dive committing forward unless you have like some really kill-esque hero, which is not really a Necro.
And if you ever sort of see the Phoenix go for that play, Roger's going to be there with a TP, sat behind the tower and ready to make the counter play.
Roger. Actually got to go down here. Disconnected stun.
Naive and Slayer, making sure that they can get themselves a kill on the board as NoPangolier. Now stepping up 1-for-1. Not able to quite get the last touch there, Naive, but still all good news to find himself involved in this early action as an anti-mage and an anti-mage that is farming pretty damn okay. 17 for 3. There's 19 for 5 from Ramses. He's keeping up with the respective PL on the other side. Mid lane actually, no one getting harassed very low. He's got the bottle. He's got the salve and does nearly have the gold for the bottle. There it is. So I'll have that one on its way out. But the Necrophos starting to shove back a bit. Sala getting himself some farm, catching up a little bit to no one's Lina.
Oh, and we'll get himself a DD rune on that Necro, so that could help a bit. Ghost Stick losing a lot of strength here.
So has to be careful as with the jump forward of the doppelganger. He absolutely overestimated himself. The strength being stolen away from him by Solo.
He lost 12 already, like as an axe in the laning phase. Like that's a lot.
Top lane though, Slayer.
Is that?
He's gonna find him some. Yeah, that's a second kill here for Slayer on the Phoenix. He is doing a fantastic job on this top lane, and they really are. They're keeping the farm there for the AM. And mid lane, sure, Slayer is behind, but as you mentioned, with the double damage rune, this has given him sort of a good wave of creep securing. It's just the bottom lane that certainly is the biggest worry here at the moment for NoPangolier. Solo will go for the quick and easy trip back to the fountain.
Could be that rotation in the mid lane now soon. We see already Roger is starting to make his way. Still only level 2, doesn't have the extra stun duration or that silence just yet. As the bounty runes will be contested. CVP claiming it 2, and NoPangolier also looks like they will get 2 in that. Smoke from both sides. We actually see Slayer. He has decided, I actually did good enough now. It's an AM with a great start versus a Wyvern. I can leave him and I can start making moves around the map. I like this move a lot by the Phoenix.
Oh, bottom lane though again. Ghostic getting gone upon Slayer here with a surprise. He just managed to get the call onto the two of them. Ghostic will still fall. Slayer, can he get anything in response? Solo's ticking low. He's got the battle hunger, but he turns. Another decay down onto Slayer. Zayat's trying to head over to help out. Lee down onto Solo. He's got the soul rip heal to keep him fine for now, but no, Slayer's got the damage. Gets the kill onto Solo. Ramses should be able to find the trade onto Slayer and will do indeed. So the PL gets a double kill off the back of that movement from NoPangolier. As you can see that Slayer desperately trying to make something happen, but at the end of the day only sort of gives away a trade that favors VP with Ramses getting 2 kills.
Decent Fire Spirit control though. He was killing all 3 heroes with them multiple times as they are, those 3 melees. He ends up giving another kill to Ramses. Mid lane. See, Roger is now positioned. They've got the level 6 Lina, they've got the burst damage, and even a haste rune to try to go for this kill if the Necro steps up too far. Just be very careful. Zayats will scout Roger.
Yeah, so they'll know. Solo, very unlikely to step up too far now.
You saw that scan right there from VP? They actually scanned while the Phoenix was going up top to put the ward now, so they might actually know that's there. As mid connects.
He is sort of baiting this in because Zayats and Slayer are there. Solo gets the chance to get the Ghost Shroud out. They turn with the Reaper side down onto no one. No one. It's got the movement speed though. The haste rune, it's popped. He's able to keep the distance with the damage before the Reaper's side. Not enough to get the kill. They don't kill no one, but they do make sure that Sailor stays alive for now. Obviously no one though. He still has that Laguna Blade ready to pop.
100 seconds, no Reaper. That's, I mean, that's great for VP, just having to force them forcing that one out. And did you see that? I mean, the synergy coming in. Like, he kicks it back and the stun's already being casted. That faith coming in from no one, just trusting his teammate. It's only 1k gold lead for now. Zayam having a pretty damn good start. Pasha also off to an excellent one up top here with the 2-3 build, going for phase boots Aquila. It's going to be actually a right-clicking beast a bit here. That egg is going to have some difficulties staying alive versus a Lina, as well as a Wyvern who can just stay at the distance and poke it once we get to that point.
Yeah, PL as well, that's able to doppelgang on top of it, close the gap.
Solo.
I'm trying for him here, they've got the slow and control. He'll try and heal himself up, but the mana void's there for Naive. Picks up a good chunk of money on the anti-mage. As Naive, as we mentioned already having a pretty good time in terms of farm. There is that lead that Ramses has in his PL, but that lead pretty much mainly being the fact that he was handed that double kill when NoPangolier made that rotation down towards the bottom lane. So still sort of all things considered, we're 8 minutes in. NoPangolier, they're only 1k behind off the back of the laning stage. And against VP, that's not a bad feat at all.
No, definitely. Looking pretty decent. I'm just curious to see what the build is going to be from the anti-mage. Is he going to go for the Battle Fury first? Is he going to go for the Vanguard first? You have to imagine, in this game, I mean, he's versus PL. He wants to get that Battle Fury, and it's like... I just haven't seen the hero too much, so I just don't know if which build he's really going to try to go for. Ghostic has picked up a Ring of Health first. Not going to go for the full Vanguard, though, I don't believe. I do want him to actually get that Blink Dagger early, so they can protect the egg in the upcoming engagements. When they hit those level 6s, then they have, like, hopefully an Axe Blink relatively soon after that. They have some pretty decent team fight on NoPango. Roger.
We'll be spotted out here by Sailor. I was unable to sort of find that setup, Roger. That could have sort of led into a kickback into the Necrophos, but into the Lina. Just a little too far away from that. Top lane Pasha still sitting by Solo.
They're trying to keep 2 heroes parked up here so they don't have to lose someone every time there's a mana void available. But NoPangolier, they've also moved like a full tri-lane up there. They understand that Ghostic has gotten pretty much the best that he can down out of the worst situation, because it's, you know, it's an Axe versus that Undying, as we mentioned several times.
Mid lane, no one. Starting to get some pressure onto this tier 1 tower. Top lane, bit of a go onto Pasha, but he pops the Arctic Burn. Keeps the distance and able to harass Naive back, so the retreat is made. Solo trying to get himself involved here on this pull for it.
Drops the Tombstone, trying to make sure he can try to get these last hits, secure it, if he will, and he will.
Oh, gets a good chunk of money out of that play.
Yep. Denies that cap too from an anti-mage. Very important. Curse mid-dive.
Oh, is there to stop the dive, but Naive jumps and gets the mana void straight out onto Pasha. Pasha's gone. Look to chase for Solo as well. He's still got the Tombstone up for a little bit of time as he'll turn the Sorrow Clap onto Slayer. Can he finish off this kill? I don't think he can, because Slayer indeed has the Shrine at this availability. Naive jumps in, gets another kill. That's the 2 of them just playing a little too aggressive there, VP.
Yep.
And Winter's Curse, it's going to be wasted, doesn't save their lives, and more money into the hands of this anti-mage, who isn't really getting pressured. This is not a bad anti-mage start for an anti-mage in 2018.
That is very true. They were already moving no one up toward top. So ideally they wanted to be able to get like a curse into a combo to try to bring him down, but now it will be thwarted for a bit. As they gave Roger the mid lane for a bit to try to secure him to get that level 6 at a decent time too. Because as we do see, it is, you know, the double melee supports coming out from VP. We're seeing it more often now too, especially like when it's like an Undying or an Ogre or a Tree, like the exceptions. As they've even Pasha the bottom lane too, so they don't want him to be giving up any free kills top, and it's just Ramsey's going to be jungling for a bit. So they can't actually make too many aggressive moves right now. Top Roger.
They found him, they opens a block off the roll. Another kill for the anti-mage to get involved in Naive.
And he queues up Battle Fury.
I mean, he's 11.5 minutes in, he's 2-0-4 on this anti-mage. It really couldn't be much better for Naive here on the AM to start this game off against VP.
No, the absolute dream, and that's why you see him queue up. He's probably like, I'm probably going to go to the Battle Fury anyway, but now that he's been giving this much space, given so many kills, that's just that acceleration will be there. And now he makes his way toward bottom as he sees the Lina as well as Ramses make his way toward top. He's like, that's their 2 big heroes that I have to watch out here. Those are the ones that are going to kill me. If I play bottom, I'm against the Wyvern. I'm not really that threatened anymore. Unless there's, you know, follow-up rotations, of course. Zayats is in position here. There is not detection.
They are going to look to try and hold this. As Ghostic's been brought in, Slayer doesn't quite have the 6 yet, so no Supernova available. Zayat's just starting with the harassment. They've got the Reaper Scythe coming down. The Reaper Scythe won't get the kill, but the Dunk sure will, as NoPangolier. They put a stop to the push, get the kill onto no one. Now with the Berserker's called control onto Solo. They're looking for more. The 6 is now here on the egg, so he's got the Supernova ready to go. Solo trying to back away from this, but the Supernova stun kicks in. Battle Hunger's down. The call as well coming into play to stop the decay. Coming out from Solo. Another Dunk from Ghostic secures a second for NoPangolier. Ramses, he's TP'd up, looking to turn things around and get some action in response. He will find the kill onto the Treant. He's able to TP out, sorry, walked up to the top lane. He's able to escape. Ghostic's got another call onto Roger though, so Ramses may have found 1 kill, but overall, NoPangolier finding 3 kills.
That was, I mean, massive for them. The whole time Anti-Mage is just farming bottom. Now they've got, that's pre-Blink Dagger on the Axe. Now he has it finished, a couple extra gold too on top. They just didn't have sentries prepared. Zayat's, he had a sentry already ready in case they did. Having that high-level Nature's Guise gets a couple roots on top of no one there. And yeah, they can just collapse on top of him with that Reaper Scythe very easily. All the space in the world for Naive. Solo. Smoking up to put a ward down. That could get dewarded pretty early on.
It really will be this timing really from both position ones on you know, the sort of the Ashe and the defusal from Ramses and how much he can get done in terms of killing.
He might have to rush. I think he might rush the Manta. Just
you think he'll get the full Manta?
Maybe just because of the tree and the Fire Spirit's obnoxiousness that can happen. We'll see. I mean, he did do the Yasha first just to accelerate that farm. Been seeing that a bunch, and I think Zayat's is really the one that a bunch of us were talking about. Is like the big X factor in this game in particular.
And they've just got their eyes on Ramses. Ghostic, he's able to jump in, get the call, the overgrowth as well. The chain lockdown is there, and there's the bam with the Mana Void thrown down onto Ramses. Ramses will fall. And NoPangolier, they're now getting this game in a situation where they've got the same farming aggressively, getting involved in killing the enemy position 1. NoPangolier, they have certainly got a very strong look at this game in terms of their approach. And at 12-5, 14 minutes in.
This tree is causing massive issues. Just this invisible impact, whatever you want to call it. He's able to do so much just getting these roots. That's twice now. The 2 successful situations, he gets a Lina and then he gets a PL. The best kills he can get on the map for his team.
VPR trying to rotate down, and they've got 3 here at the moment. Maybe seeing if they can get a catch on to Naive. No one on the high ground. Naive is going to show. Has Roger got any sort of opening? No, he hasn't, because Ghostic's going to be there first with the play. And Zayat, he's straight on top of no one. Naive's going to jump forward, but there's a lot of members of VP here. As Pasha, Ramses look towards the anti-mage. Laguna Blade gets thrown out. Can Naive get out? He's got another blink. Roger's going to roll forward, though. He will be able to kill off the AM as they get Naive. They're able to get the anti-mage. It does take a fair few of them, and now trying to fight back. The egg indeed would be taken down straight away by Ramses and Pasha. The Reaper Scythe and the Dunk will find the kill onto the Earth Spirit. As now Ghostic has been Winter's Curse. Ramses jumping forward, looking for more. The call from Ghostic, the control, the spins. He's trying for the dunks and all the illusions. He will get the final with the spin. He gets the kill. Ghostic does die. Dragon Slave for no one finishes him off, and now no one's pretty deep. Using the Light Strike Array to get those Fiery Cell passive stacks up so he can escape. He will get out of there, so VP, they get the anti-mage, they get Ghostic, but again, you know, they're losing a fair bit in response for it. They lose Ramses at the end of that whole fight, so it ends up being a slightly favorable trade for them, but still nothing crazy in terms of swinging the game and getting them solidly in the lead. Yep. Now, as this game continues to be a very close one indeed. Yeah, bit of anti-synergy, right, coming in there. The Yule's play as soon as the curse comes out. Didn't know if he was going to get the actual timing to get it. But the Necro is really falling behind, is the one thing that's a bit concerning. He's bottom half of net worth right now amongst the cores. But Ghostic is having an excellent one. 6-3-1. Blink, Vanguard getting queued up for that Blade Mail. The damage that he committed out in that PL there. Just so many spins. I mean, and he had a rough lane, Ghostic. Yeah, versus that Undying, he did. So let's see what they can get here mid. There's Ghostic and Slayer on the prowl. VP there towards pushing on that top lane. Illusion will be jumped upon here in the middle as NoPangolier will reveal their position. But again, they're making a lot of sort of space for Naive, and not just only space for him, but the actual sort of areas where he can join the fight. As he's 1,300 gold towards that Demon Edge, the final component of his Battle Fury. They can take this tower, that's going to be putting him even closer to getting a very good timing on these items for the anti-mage.
I can't believe how squishy he is still, even though. But now they get to go forward.
Oh, they have got the counterplay though. There's the Light Strike Array. Laguna Blade down as well. Silence is there onto the anti-mage. Can Naive get out? He's got another blink. They've lost the Winter Wyvern on the side of VP. Roger in the midst of it all. The Reaper side from Silent comes down. That'll actually finish off no one. As they've found two NoPangolier, there's going to be a buyback for no one. He's not happy. He needs to make something happen in response as they'll get the roll forward onto the Phoenix. Can no one get anything else with this buyback? He's got the stun. Now onto Sylar. The backup as well from Ramses and Solo comes in as well as they do get the Necrophos. So the buyback pays off there for no one as he is able to set up the team for another kill. But again, VP there. They're really having to give it their all here in this game as NoPangolier are certainly making them work for their money here in game one.
Yeah, the Phoenix there, we see how much damage he was actually able to do. They couldn't actually kill the egg because no one was on one side of the fight. He couldn't, and he got Reaper Scythe. There was no one else to really hit it. Ramses was focusing on heroes.
And Naive escaped.
And Naive did escape.
And just 200 gold away from having that Battle Fury, and very good timing considering he's got both the Treads and the Aquila and the full one before it.
They're gonna have to play pretty much without him though. Once he gets that battle fury, his job is just to farm, and that's the concerning thing for me. Is the VP's draft? They are just looking to battle, and versus 4 heroes with what they've got, it's gonna be just fine for them. Naive needs to maximize quite heavily, and NoPangolier really needs to take. They need to take some like very good positional fights, protecting that egg with the call continuously. Making sure that not all of VP is going to be there over and over again. So that Battle Fury is complete. As no one just queues up a full BKB. He's getting a little annoyed with all that control that's coming out. And Zayats has been really obnoxious on this Treant Protector, getting these roots and overgrowths in great positions time and time again. Pasha does reveal himself down bottom.
Oh, Naive. He's going to take the jump in. As Ghostic tries for the call, but Pasha just managing to get outside of the range of it with the Arctic Burn. Will be safe for now. Has the TP ready, so does manage to escape that attempt from NoPangolier to jump him. Ghostic still searching, see if we can find him hanging around.
I love this. Rushing the Spirit Vessel on that offlane Wyvern. I think that's like one of the perfect items you could go this game. The panel mentioned it, right? The incredible amount of sustain that there is on the NoPango draft. Spirit Vessel can do quite a number versus Necrophos as well.
And do you like that from the Necrophos?
I saw he went the Glimmer.
It's core mid Necrophos went for the Treads into the Glimmer Cape.
I think he was just feeling very pressured.
We don't see Glimmer Cape on core, at least on position 1 or position 2 very often at all.
And they're gonna have reveal. They're playing versus a Treant Protector, right? They're gonna have sentries time and time again, or dust to prepare for it. That could be pretty costly for them. Like usually you see the Hood, the Yules, right? And then we see like that Radiance. I saw him, he's had Glimmer and Radiance queued up. He could just die time and time again with this build. As Ramses finds a kill onto Slayer by himself with that freshly picked up Diffusal Blade as we saw previously. And getting close to a Manta and now a Blink Dagger. I think this is a crucial one for VP, having a Blink on Roger. He can set up the team fights a lot easier for his team now.
Top lane Naive did try for the kill there with a Mana Void. Not quite enough damage to find Pasha. Now VP.
They're hunting.
They're all on the hunt. Naive, another blink out. They do see him as Pasha heads down. He's got eyes on him. There's another blink available for Naive. Where's he going to head to? He goes for the TP. Will they find him in time? They see him and they've got him. The stun there from Roger sets it up. As Naive will not be able to blink his way out of this one. VP catch the anti-mage.
At least he pulled them all the way to their base, right? Like he kind of was like, oh god, I'm going to die here. I'm going to try to move as far into their base as possible, but still well worth it for VP to get that one as the freshly picked up Blink Dagger for Roger comes to show. 5k gold lead, a quick series of events just sets VP into motion.
It really isn't. Ramses, PL, of course, the man at the top there. 8-2 and 4 as well on the Phantom Lancer this game. As the KDA may have looked kind of sweet for Naive earlier, but it's starting to slow down, and this is sort of the difference with the heroes. Yeah, with the Manta, with the Diffusal, so much the PL can do aggressively, whereas for the anti-mage for Naive, he has to focus on hitting those creeps before getting involved.
Yeah, and we were mentioning that we're a bit concerned for the Necrophos a couple stages ago, dies once or twice afterwards. Now, the front line for NoPangolier is much weaker. Like they need to. The Necrophos being able to frontline now, it's just not really that much of an option. Well, because Ghostic, he wants to be hiding. He wants to be the one that be able to jump in freely after someone's pushing in a lane. Zayats is going to be doing his all invis thing, but they don't have that Necro now who's that beefcake in the front. Still, like, I think he still has like 1500 HP with the Glimmer, but still at risk of dying versus heavy magical and even physical that they do have on VP's draft.
Yeah, they've got to find some way to fight without that AM. And just give the time for him to really farm up, get himself back on top. As an AM sort of sitting just over 1k behind the PL, it's not a great position for him to be in.
No, you want to be quite well ahead as an AM versus a PL. If you are finding yourself at same net worth as a PL, I mean, he did still just freshly get that Battle Fury, of course, but yeah, if he's got if the PL like ever has an item advantage on the AM, you are in deep trouble. And he's kind of getting to that point already with Manta Diffusal. See bottom, they are trying to set up for a play here. I believe it's 3 members of NoPangolier are stalking now, preparing for no one to step up. No one, I think he was close to that BKB, right?
He certainly had about 3k gold towards it, yeah.
Yeah. I think he can, I might see him go like what, BKB, even like a Lincoln's maybe on the lean up. It's a little weird, but just trying to protect himself versus both Mana Void as well as that Reaper Scythe. Probably the biggest thing that he needs to be concerned about, not to blow up his team.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, apologies for this pause. Looks like NoPangolier having a few connection issues. This game definitely so far, you know, a lot of people coming into this series would have sort of called it as a quick and easy one for VP, but I think NoPangolier definitely showing us already in this game one that they've got some new ideas, different ways to approach the game, and ways that so far haven't fallen, you know, completely flat on their face with. They had a good showing at the beginning. Sure, now after that last sequence of events, we are starting to see VP break ahead. But at the same time, you know, if it's just one team fight, if it goes back the way, if we see Naive getting a clutch, a Mana Void potentially onto no one, if he's not quite ready with the BKB and such, it could do a hell of a lot of damage and set up the chance for the team to get a lot of money and get themselves back into it, get that flow going. And
that is a weird effigy.
It is, isn't it?
He's like all stretched out. I didn't know you could do that one.
My goodness.
That's bizarre.
That's a big boy.
So Obs and Sentries, as we see, they're placed all over the place to scout his Slayer. Walks up and will get brought down. Roger secures that kill with no one. And now, that's NoPangolier's threat to try to make a play. They are already starting to back up a bit here. Science is scouting, but those Sentries, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they see him. The setup's there. Burst coming out from no one. Actually looks like he's... Yeah, they're going to have eyes on him once again as he heads down underneath the other one. Ghost, it goes for the TP out and will manage to escape. Zayats indeed will not be quite as fortunate. Stun comes out for no one, and VP claim themselves 2 kills after NoPangolier come hunting in their jungle.
You can see that Roger, he goes for the next kill, even before they see the tree, because they know they're like, we're playing versus an anti-mage with a Battle Fury now. We know he's just going to be farming. They can't actually take these fights, especially when they lose their Phoenix. Solo will probably go down here to a Reaper, if they care to use it. They don't.
Might need to. They get themselves the kill there. Solo with the chase down. And Blade Mail, I believe Blade Mail is now done on Ghost Stick, so they do have that offensive potential, especially if they, as you talked about earlier, catching that PL with his illusions, you are going to kick back a lot of damage onto Ramses.
Yeah. I feel like this Tree Phoenix axe, it feels very similar to like the game where we saw Tree Phoenix Enigma, right? It's a similar type of concept where they have this like really big team fight. If they can get it all together, it's absolutely beautiful. It's just the if is always the thing that's there. And I think it was, I think most of the games we saw the Train Protectors rushing a Blink Dagger to protect the egg. This game, I think it was the Meteor Hammer rush, so he's trying to be a little bit more greedy.
Did have the Meteor Hammer queued up, yeah, and he's nearly got it done just to sage his mask away.
So he's trying to get that farm, trying to get more follow-up.
They're going to go for a smoke, actually. Of course, without the anti-mage, just seeing themselves as a 4 if they can get some action going.
That's the way they got to play. How's our Phoenix level? Do we have the level 2 egg just yet?
He must be very close to it.
Yes, we do. That's probably why they went for the smoke. It makes it a lot easier for you to try to take those team fights around that.
And Naive, of course, continue with the farm. Battle Fury Yasha now on top of it.
He needs Manta to be able to actually join it with his teams. I mean, by join, I mean actually be fighting instead of just walking in and trying to get a Mana Void cleanup.
I mean, VP are split up a little bit at the moment. It's only Ramses and Roger down here on the bottom lane. So if they can get a jump.
They've got the reveal, though. Roger sees the Obs ward placed in the lane. He does have the sentry already set up, too.
Ramses is already out of there. Yeah. Roger will stick around for a little bit, does still TP away and makes it safely. Instantly, TP is actually coming from the on the side of NoPangolier, straight up towards the top half of the map. They want to set up around Roshan. They know that with those TP movements and escape from the bottom lane, VP is likely to be heading into the pit. And they have got good team fight around this pit, but at the same time, there is a Winter's Curse on the side of VP that they have to be careful of.
Tombstone making a bit of an issue too. Can zone people out. Solo, he's trying to get vision.
Ghosting might just have to go for it. He tries for it, but the doppelganger, perfectly timed by Ramses, gets himself away and outside of the Berserker's call on the side. Roger looking for the control onto Slayer. Laguna Blade comes down onto Ghostic. Ghostic falling low. The Glimmer Cape keeping him alive for now. They get the Reaper side down onto Ramses. NoPangolier, they managed to find two. Buyback straight away from Ramses on the PL. As we'll see a Winter's Curse from Pasha, looking to set up for more. No one with the BKB, moving into position for the perfect two-man Light Strike array. Stuns down on Silo. Glimmer Cape won't save him as he falls. Double kill for No One. They've got the stun again out onto the Trim, but they don't have detection as it seems. So Zayats, he should be okay. Another Leech Seed keeping him healed up. He'll survive. So, considering all the things there, NoPangolier, sure they lost two, but Ramses died. Ramses also brought back, so gold-wise at the moment, this is great for NoPangolier, but VP can get themselves straight back into the pit. I don't know if NoPangolier can contest a second time.
No, and No One had an Arcane Rune this whole time, so he has Laguna available, level 18 on this Lina too. And they can secure this Roche Zayats. Did step forward for a bit there, trying to do something, but unable to.
Yeah, they get it secured for Ramses. The Aegis. Cost him a buyback, but definitely a buyback. Was worth it.
Man, Ghostic was so... If Ghostic gets that call, like, immediately, he gets Yules, though, right? Like, instantly. That's what we always talk about, the counter to the axis. He jumps forward. Ramses also got the clutch doppel, but gets Yules immediately, and then their big initiator on the side of NoPango is dead, and the Phoenix Egg is not protected at that point, so it dies quite easily. And it is going to be... I was curious. We saw this from Secret in Singapore, where they were doing the Aghanims Lina. It wasn't versus an anti-mage in those situations, but it was versus a Necrophosa from time. And it seems to be, I mean, it seems to be pretty damn good, just piercing through any of that magic immunity. It's a lot of damage. I am not really the tankiest hero anymore with that really low strength gain.
See, Ghostic setting up for the opener here, but Roger! Oh, ho, 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 the perfect boulder smash silence catches the two of them. As Slayer tries to dive in, but immediately the response is there. Naive does jump in with the Mana Void to kill off the Earth Spirit. They've got the Reaper Sight down onto No One. They're focusing the Lina here, but the Cold Embrace comes out from Pasha. Soul Rip as well from Solo. No One is not going to die, as Solo will fall 4 dead on NoPangolier, only losing Roger on the side of VP, as VP just perfectly baited NoPangolier into taking that fight.
And we see there, the curse. They have they don't even need to use the stun for the damage, but Ramses can just get all that mana burn during the curse. That Naive, he gets finished on the curse, pops his stick, gets mana burn immediately again. Oh, and Zayats
Zayats as well. So effectively a team wipe as VP move on to take some more objectives. The tier 1 tower, that'll be easily taken for them. 3 minutes left on that Aegis still for Ramses to make these plays happen. He's very close to having the money for his Reaver.
And the curse into Light Strike. It's like no matter what, when you curse, the duration is so long that Light Strike array is up. Even if you just used it, it's probably up again pretty soon afterwards.
There we go, tier 2 tower as well here for VP.
Huge surge of momentum now. 8k gold lead. They're claiming themselves some map control. Bounty rune spawning in 2. When Ramses has heart, that's the time where it's like he's got that item advantage over the anti-mage. And even the Lina, we see, has pretty much the same net worth.
I mean, they were more than happy with Solo being jumped on there, as Roger just perfectly coming into play to make sure that the Phoenix Slayer can get nothing off more than a dive in this team fight.
And look at that, the curse, and look at this mana burn. Just chunk, 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 extra stun on top, more mana burn, gets the stick off still, more mana burn, time and time again. And then some beautiful heals, of course, coming in from the Soul Rip and Cold Embrace.
It's turning into an extremely hard game for NoPangolier. They have to get perfect Reaper sights and such out. And talking about that in the middle lane, he's getting chased down. He does have the Ghost Route. Doppelganger forward though. Ramses wants to chase this. Ghost is going to be in with the jump. Let's get the call. Cold Embrace will hold back Ramses to sort of stop him from being continue to be taunted and dragged inside of the base. So nice hold there from Pasha.
Yeah, they've got a gem now too. Pasha's going to be holding that one, so they always do have that detection. And the tower denied. Oh, it was a Hurricane Pike I see on No One. So he didn't go for the Aghanims. He went for the spell amplification talent though. So I thought he might actually just go for it anyway. But all right, switching it up a build. He wants to, I guess, be He wants to be able to siege, protect from like a distance, like so he's the one actually hitting the tower, I guess, here. And Hurricane Pike's always a pretty good item versus like the Phoenix Egg. You can have that distance too to hit it. Lets him be a right-clicking core too. Interesting.
9k lead now for Virtus.pro. 22 for 20. A lot of weight on Naive to make something happen, and he does find Roger. Good jump forward and gets the connection with the Mana Void to make sure that Roger will not TP out to safety.
He's got his Manta, he's got the BKB queued up now too, because you look at that AM, he was sitting, and if he's not on Strength Treads, he's sitting at like 1300 HP. That shows us, yeah, the hero's very squishy.
You know, with the BKB, it's certainly going to be very hard to kill him.
Yeah, protects a lot versus that mana burn and the combos.
Like a lot of that damage really from the PLMO relying on the mana burn and the Ghost Stick. It's a two-man call, but nothing else. Slayer wasn't quite in the neighborhood. Ooh, bit of a whiff there as they Winter's Curse and Laguna at the same time, so Laguna Blade doesn't end up actually doing any damage onto Ghost Stick. The Supernova comes down, the Reaper Scythe holding the Lina down, making sure that no one cannot hit the egg. There's some great play here from NoPangolier is going to set up for the kill onto Solo. Can they get no one as well? Hurricane Pike itself down to the low ground. Ramses now comes in with the backup. As he focuses Sailor, Sailor goes for the TP out with the Ghost Shroud, and Sailor will escape. So he makes it out of there. Does get the Meteor Hammer down. Zayat's looking for control onto Ramses. Not enough. Ghost Stick jumping forward. Zayat's in the midst of it all. The trees pop down as he's looking to get that root hit, and he will be able to find it. Cool as well out. There's the roll forward, but in fact, it's a roll into a Mana Void. It's Naive. He's got the kill onto them. The Light Strike and the Dragon Slave coming out for no one, but it's not enough to kill off Ghost Stick. There's NoPangolier coming out on top, and that... Oh boy, I wouldn't want to be Pasha right now, because no one might have a few words to say to it.
That is for sure. Yeah, just a little anti-synergy coming in there again for the second time in this game. AM able to blink around the team fight. Now he's got the BKB, so he's a lot safer. No one's Hurricane Pike comes in clutch to save him, but they lose the gem. Pasha did have it during all that, and Zayats is able to pick it up. They couldn't hit the egg, too. Like, Zayats being in position there, gets the overgrowth, plus they even have the Reaper Scythe onto no one, so he can't hit it. VP's got to be careful to not mess up the combos.
No, really good execution. I mean, and yeah, more, as you say, just the mess up, and then the way that NoPangolier realized this was the time to punish.
Yeah.
There's no one in Ramses. They are trying to hunt down Naive. Got a full heart on Ramses as well now. As we saw in that last fight, he's incredibly beefy.
The AM, though, is above in that net worth. Has the BKB now, too, so he's a lot safer in these situations if he gets it off before the curse and the follow-up stun comes out.
I mean, yeah, this is the thing.
It's the big timings.
If they get the jump in, BKB Manta, you rely on the overgrowth for a Reaper Scythe to hold someone in place, you're going to get that straight-up kill in the fights. There's not really a lot that can be done to save them, apart from what the Cold Embrace is sort of one of the ways that they can slow it down a little bit, but chances are the target is now completely out of mana and can't do anything in response after the Cold Embrace wears off, and he's going for the Basher next, so that extra bit of lockdown on the anti-mage.
Has to go, I mean, Abyssal is like, is super core.
They just need that. Yeah, and that ability to jump in and hold someone down, Ramses or no one.
Now he's going back for the Aghanims. I was thinking, like, he went for a Spell Amp talent. It's like very good versus AM, just to pierce through.
Naive anti-mage. Certainly making the hero look viable in this game. He really is. It's not a bad showing at all on a hero that, for the most part, is ignored by most of the teams out there at the top of their game.
Definitely.
Almost 33 minutes. He's sitting top net worth against Virtus.pro. You know, this is, as I say, you know, this is pretty crazy. NoPangolier, they were a team that got together for this tournament. Game one, here they are, playing the anti-mage against Virtus.pro, arguably the best team in the world right now, or second best behind OG, depending how you want to factor TI into it. But none that this is, it's not what a lot of people expected. People expected this to just look like VP cruising through this series, but NoPangolier certainly showing us otherwise.
Yeah, they're here to play. VP all perched around, the Roche is up, that age is cheese. Both teams have everything available. VP, they're going to commit forward. Slayer is level 15. Extra fire spit damage. Pasha's already starting to scout. He wants to try to find a curse opportunity here with that gem that I think they picked up again. It's on VP at least. Both sides having one now. Roger.
Can they get into the pit? NoPangolier.
Slayer used his dive and his fire spirits already now. Tombstone is on the high ground.
Found Zayats as well on the side. Straight away with the light strike down. They're looking to get him off before he can get any single spell out, and they can. That's Zayats.
Slayer's dying to illusions.
He can't escape. He's just straight up dead outside of the pit. So already NoPangolier, they've lost 2.
Now they've got another gem now for VP.
They're rolling in, chasing down the Necrophos. Sylar has not got any backup in the neighborhood to help him out. As they lose 3 heroes, NoPangolier. No way that they can hold this Roshan. As VP, they wanted to try and find that anti-mage too.
Yeah, they were trying to set up for it immediately. No one. He actually gets it off. There's a BKB available. Oh, Magda dodges it instead.
All right, he says, I don't need to press the BKB. I got straight up skills.
Beautiful.
Naive. Swags his way out of that.
As soon as Slayer dives forward and throws the spirits, the team fight becomes incredibly difficult. VP, they had the Tombstone on the high ground too. Pasha was giving so much information, and just like sending Ramsey's illusions too. It's a lot to deal with. It's like that chaos. Can always be started in those fights.
They're going to have to let this go.
Yeah, they can't contest it.
I mean, that's even over.
It's going to be too late.
It is, yeah. They can't get into the pit. Aegis is going to be... He's tried it. Oh. He's going forward. He does manage to force the BKB out of no one, but Cheese and Aegis has already been picked up here by VP. And Winter's Curse coming down. Naive does get the bash off. He's focusing Pasha, but Pasha with the Eon Disc will be okay for now. Roger getting his mana burn. They've lost a couple of heroes already on NoPangolier. Both the Phoenix and the Treant are dead, but Naive is able to strike back and at least get the kill onto Roger. Trying to escape now. Pasha chasing Ghostic. Ghostic's been glimmer caped. He's back by the shrine. He'll be fine. Naive still watching from the sidelines. We'll see if he wants to get back and involved in this. Sailor is getting gone upon. Light Strike Array stunning up the Necrophos as he's surrounded by VP.
Well, Ramsey's lived that whole time. He was at, what, like 8% HP, reset to the double high ground, the heart kicks in.
If they could burst the Aegis, that would have been so big.
Yeah, it would have been at least something coming in for them in favor of, at least something for the fight.
Yeah.
Now it's just all VP as they get both their gems back. And feeling pretty good now. Having even I love this. I like Solo's items, by the way. The Glimmer Cape and just a Solar Crest. Solar Crest being very good versus that anti-mage.
35 seconds without Sailor on his Necrophos.
Yeah.
For this defense.
Looking tough now.
Naive did survive. Naive can go for the creep skip or can look to fight. He's already in position on the high ground just behind VP. Ghostic goes for the jump forward. Does get the call and the blade mail off as Ramsey's dragged back a little bit, but quick to doppelganger back to safety. Naive outside of the base. Does not quite have that level 25 yet.
He's got to be careful. If he doesn't BKB right away, he can just get cursed into a Light Strike Array and the combo can come out. They do have follow-up, sure, with the egg and the trio, but he has to be very careful of that curse follow.
They've kept the melee racks fine for now. It's just the range racks to fall. They've had the full lineup back in the game, NoPangolier.
Oh, Pasha's gone for a Meteor Hammer too. So they're going to have more combo that he can throw out on top of his... He can do his own combo now with the curse, right?
Certainly the difficulty amping up for NoPangolier as they had to play from being behind now. 13k advantage for Virtus.pro.
The Necrophos just can't find a place to be a farmed force, like be farmed in this game, right? He's almost getting doubled, pretty much doubled by no one now on this Lina. Just Sylar having a very rough one on this Necrophos. Constantly getting collapsed on. As a 5-man smoke committed forward by NoPangolier. They're trying to catch VP off guard.
Will it work though? Naive reveals himself, starts to farm out the middle lane. That's a bit of a bait and a bit of a way to give VP some misinformation. As they're sweeping across the map, do they get any sort of jump? Ramsey's is in the middle. Ramsey's actually going in onto Naive. Naive pops the BKB, trying to turn, jump forward, Ghosty, but he doesn't get the call off. Ramsey's is able to keep the distance. They'll pop a Supernova, but it's off the side of the fight. Ramsey's is heading towards it. They're popping the BKB, the Overgrowth is stopping them from taking the egg down, and Slade gets it off. It's a successful Supernova, but can they actually get any of these kills? Winter's Curse down onto Zayats as Ramsey's turns his attention towards the tree and jump forward as well from Ghostic, though he has the call. They'll take the Aegis out of the hands of Ramsey's. That's Ramsey's dead once. Can NoPangolier get anything else done though with the lack of their ults? They've got a mana void onto Pasha, but Pasha with the Self-Cold Embrace will keep himself alive. Starting to heal up. Naive looks to close back in. The Reaper side down onto the Winter Wyvern will get the kill. But NoPangolier lose Ghostic on his axe. Sylar TPing out, or at least attempting to, but it will be halted as a Yule Scepter comes into play. They throw him up, burst him down as VP will claim 2. Jump in. Jumping in and out there, both teams trying to weave one another into place and get themselves out on top. Not a bad fight for NoPangolier, considering they do manage to take away at least the Aegis from Ramses before he's able to try again for the melee racks. They did lose 2 cores for it though, and Ghostic does not have buyback, and he's quite an important part of starting the fights here. So Ramses, even without the Aegis, he knows he's in a great position to push back into the high ground of NoPangolier and try for these melee racks.
Yeah, I mean, they got their egg off, right? That was the big thing in the fight that made everything like kind of go in disarray. But VP just having that net worth lead, having a little bit better positioning after the end of it all.
That's Ramses falling. Naive is just going for a bit of split at the moment, taking some tier 2 towers, but the fortification will be there from VP as Ramses is able to push in, get the melee racks. They'll hold on to the buyback on the Necrophos, not willing to expend it with the fact that Ghostic would have been unable to join the fight, as just fighting as 4, even against just the 1, as Ramses is just so big at the moment, it's not an option. So they just sort of accept their losses and let the mid-racks go.
Yeah, and now Bounty Runes, VP backs up, claims all of those. Picking up a couple items now too after that successful fight. Full Aeon Disc now for the Lina, but also Naive has the Abyssal. This can actually be pretty damn important because he can remove someone from the fight instantly if he gets the opportunity.
Who do you think he's looking to jump for in these sort of 5v5s as this anti-mage? Who does he have to just commit on straight away?
The thing is, like usually it's like the int hero, obviously, right? But in this situation, he's versus Aeon Discs. It makes it a lot harder for you to actually find that pop target. He ideally more than likely wants to go for Pasha, just so that he doesn't have to worry about getting like just instantly cursed or have to deal with cold embraces that are going to be making his life a lot more miserable.
I mean, in sort of a sense, is the Aeon Disc sort of a bit of a double? Because if you think about it, if he jumps on Pasha, sure, the Aeon Disc procs and suddenly his health's not going down, but his mana is still going down. So, you know, in a sort of situation maybe he doesn't have the Aeon Disc, he's going to die already before he has all of his mana drained. This way you can ensure he gets his mana drained. You know what I mean? It could set up for easier big mana voids.
I guess it could. And he's taking the cooldown. Yeah,
he does take the cooldown this game.
I think he should. I think also there's a PL with the Silver Edge too, like your spell shield.
Yeah,
might get just removed in some
is
situations.
Very true. And to be fair to him, he hasn't really been dying. Like he's been playing very well with his positioning. He does have the BKB, of course, as well as the Mantas we've seen this game that's allowing him to do so.
Ooh, look at that damage. Yep, the Aghanims, when you hold that ult, you see it's like 1,000, it's like 1,100 something, I believe. We saw it built a couple times in Singapore, so yeah, 1,100 pure damage or so coming out from Lina. Pretty nice. Versus a 2,100 HP anti-mage.
Yeah, and that's one of the things as well. That's sort of the big burst that Naive's worried about, and spell shield increased ain't going to do anything about the pure damage.
Yep.
But yeah, we could see some really good mana voids from him, especially the way the sort of the team's able to keep the fight going, as we're seeing with these big sort of AoE team fight controls. There's definitely the chance that sort of a fight is drawn out long enough for him to get a couple of mana voids out.
It is hard though. He's playing versus Mana Burn, and Anti-Mage does not have the best mana pool. He's sitting at what, like 870 or so. Mana, each blink costs like 50 or 60. The ulti is like 275 or so. It's very difficult to actually get too many of those mana voids, including like mana cost from Manta, mana cost from Abyssal Blade. It is a bit tough to actually get more than one. And we do see now it is the Lincoln's eventually going to be picked up now for no one, as well as Pasha has queued it. And they are feeling good right now, trying to find a catch outside the base. They're getting their deep wards down now too, so they can get some information on the map. But NoPangolier also has their own vision spread out all over the place to watch VP. Just all playing it. Protect our anti-mage. They've got a gem now too on Zayats, so he can look to get those D wards, in particular that mid ward that's right there. Will get taken out by Knife.
And you can only sort of imagine what as well. I think NoPangolier, they've got a plan, right? Because they drafted this anti-mage. You're 42 minutes into this game. This is sort of the time zone that you're aiming for, right? You're not picking an anti-mage to win the game in 30 minutes. You were drafting to be built for this stage of the game.
But they do have, their Necrophos is so poor. That is the one thing. He is 5,000 behind the offlane Winter Wyvern. So it's like, yeah, when you pick anti-majors, it's like, oh, 4 protect 1, right? Like that's what we've always been talking about for years upon years upon years. But times have changed a bit. He can't win his game by himself, especially if he's playing versus 2 cores that are same net worth. It makes it way more difficult.
Do you think this is the play as well? You know, Naive, does he? Yeah, I mean,
he's just going for it, yeah.
Not worrying about buyback. He goes straight in for the full butterfly purchase.
And has queued up an Aghanims next to try to reflect some of those spells. That could be...
Aghanims is very good.
Hey, a reflected curse. That could be pretty devastating for VP.
Aghanims is certainly the item.
he makes that point. VP, they're focused right now just on map control, it seems. They know that they're farming way harder than NoPangolier. This Necro has not picked up an item in the last 15 minutes, pretty much.
No, Sailor has been struggling for sure this match.
He's 5, 6, and 8, but he's 162 last hits. He can't show himself to actually farm because he'll just die. And now there's going to be a tombstone that's more difficult to deal with too, Solo getting level 20. I've seen Naive a couple situations in the fights where he BKBs Blinks onto the tombstone to kill it. Now it got nerfed, right? It's 14 hits. It got shadow nerfed in the patch. So instead of 16, it's 14, I believe, or 13 even. Okay. Well, I think I misread that anyway, but they do have to worry about more of that now. Solo.
He's going to drop the tombstone. Ghosty's able to get the blink off, but the Winter's Curse comes down. Naive jumping, looking towards Pasha. Pasha, cold embraces himself. Supernova's going to be off on the sidelines. Ramsey's in the midst of the fight with the Laguna Blade as well. They burst down the Necrophos. That's going to be Sailor gone. Yule's Scepter holding Naive up in the air, still able to get the blink away. As they've lost one hero on both sides. Ramsey's focusing down Naive. He pops the BKB. He is able to jump off to the side. As he goes back towards the safety of Slayer. Roll forward from Roger, but another blinks up. As Naive can escape. Slayer trying for the TP out, won't make it. No one with a light strike array stuns up the Slayer Phoenix, and VP will take themselves again 2 kills. Did lose 1 for it. I mean, again, this is sort of what we're seeing. I know NoPangolier, they are able to fight back, but still just unable to sort of get that big play that's going to swing the game back round. As VP, they do hold on to this confident 20,000 gold lead.
Solo wants to die there, though. He's an Undying. Your actual objective as a team fight, as an Undying, is get your tombstone and die.
Can you go for this? Would they expect it? A Knife's got a butterfly? Nah, he's not going to.
It's going to take him still a bit of time to actually go for it. Ghostic now. Pasha is going to go for him with that Spirit Vessel, that percent damage.
Holding him down, buying time here for the anti-mage to come across. Pasha, he'll cold embrace, but of course Eon Disc still on cooldown, so there is no way to keep him alive. Nice bit of money there for Naive. Takes himself a quick core kill. And with the Winter Wyvern gone, they know at least that there's this sort of 70-second period where VP themselves are unlikely to make a play. They've got the Phoenix back up in 10 seconds, NoPangolier, so their full lineup's going to be out on the map for a minute where there's no Wyvern. They should look for some sort of play here, whether it be Roche or get a kill. It's quite a nice window to work with.
They have to try to. They have to try to get something out of here. I don't think VP is going to give them too much. They're going to try to push their lanes out as far as possible. Bottom's already in a good position, and now, Ramses gets the Dream Rune.
Naive wants it. Oh, he takes it, puts the BKB, he says, you're not getting this one away from me. Jumps forward, gets the block off onto Roger, but Roger's going to be fine. He's able to roll out still.
Gets glimmered immediately, too.
And Naive at least taking that double damage rune away from VP. I mean, with the double damage rune.
But they've got an Arcane on Ramses with the Doppel cooldown. It's a 3-second or less cooldown on that Doppel. The illusions will be aplenty, but they have to do something.
He's trying for Roshan side, so the side's going to get silenced. Naive jumps across, he wants to look for the fight. No one's going to get jumped on the Eons, just keeping him safe for now. No one heads up to the high ground. Naive jumps up. They're looking to juke him out. No one's still alive for now. They're focusing with the Battle Hunger. Naive again with the Blink 4. He's looking for the bash. Can he find it? No one. Perfect light strike. Gets the stun out onto Naive, but Naive is going to be able to continue to chase. No one trying to juke him, but there's the control. Naive gets the lockdown. He's able to kill off the Lina. Back to the side over there, Ramses. He's finished off Slayers. Naive jumping in. He's looking for the Manifold target. The cool Ghostic has the control onto Ramses. Ramses another doppelganger as he looks to escape, but the Manifold. Naive. Double kill. They've lost 2 though. NoPangolier. The stun's coming out from no one. Naive, can he survive this? He's been silenced, being focused at VP. They're beating down to the aim. A light strike array comes down again as they do kill Naive. As VP will just about be able to come out on top again in that fight. No one had to buy back for it.
Dude, that sentry in the river, look at it. That sentry in the river lets him seize Ramses because I think he gets glimmered or he shadow bladed or silver edge during that, and he gets actually mana voided anyway. Whew. Because Zayats was not in range there with the gem for them to be able to see him. But a buyback coming forward by no one.
And buyback from Sailor will be there in response, and they do have buybacks available on both Slayer and Naive. But I mean, we're certainly, I feel, we've seen it in many of NoPangolier's games. Naive, not a guy I'd really heard about before, but his carry performances have been incredibly solid. We're seeing time and time again him doing incredible things. And, I mean, there's still a chance this game. If he is able to defeat VP with his anti-mage play, then people are going to start keeping an eye on this kid.
They've had good priority of targets there. I mean, the egg comes off. I see Solo as an Undying was the only one actually able to get in position at the egg. He's trying. He jumps on top of the Lina in every single one of these situations and just makes no one pretty much have to BKB and just run in circles to try to avoid this anti-mage Abyssal Blade. So great focus fire coming out. Roger gets a glimpse of him for a moment. We'll get the D ward as VP. They're not going to rush anything here.
No, they're going to play it safe.
Waiting for their PL to respawn. They're aware now AM's going to respawn too, but they used a buyback on no one.
I mean, exactly. Yeah, this is.
He got rid of the. He sold. Oh. He was on board with you. He's like, Aeon Disc's not doing anything.
I was going to just say, like, does it really feel like the Aeon Disc is doing much at all for them? I really don't think it does. As I say, sure you're not losing HP, but you're getting all your mana drained as the AM still beats into you, and then you're suddenly incredibly exposed, and you made the situation a whole lot worse for your team because now you're alive with no mana. You're setting them up for huge mana voids.
I still think for the Wyvern, it's still great. But like Lina, you want to be getting a big item that's going to scale you,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Like,
no one needs something bigger. And the Lincoln Sphere, as you say, that's sort of going to give him that chance.
It's great versus Mana Void. It's great versus Abyssal.
Anytime you see a teammate low
on
mana, you pop that Lincolns on them.
I mean, they're going triple Lincolns, if I wasn't mistaken, right? I think Roger had one queued up, Pasha had one queued up, the Lina too. So just trying to get that protection versus these single target Reaper Scythe.
Because, as well, once the BKBs, there's just sort of nothing that really NoPangolier can sort of easily spam out to proc the Lincolns before Naive finds chance to drop the Mana Void. So the Lincolns really does do a lot of protecting you from that huge burst from the Anti-Mage. This game, considering the draft that the NoPangolier have.
Siler's just trying to go for any type of cheap item to make him somewhat stronger too. Go Scepter queued up for this Necrophos. He's realized it's really all about the AM now at this point.
Yeah. It is. It really was his game to play from the draft, and he certainly has Naive.
And he's up. He's jumping forward into the pit. The first tombstone's down.
Roger's going to see him. Jump forward, though, from Ghostic. He's got the counterplay, has the control. The Glimmer Cave's there, but now with the Supernova, it's making it very hard for VP to fight around this area. Naive jumps forward with the BKB. No one trying to take down the egg with Ramses, and they will. They'll kill off the egg. But the control, they're stunning up no one. No one's able to BKB and yaws himself up to the air, but Naive, he's got the bashes. The control to take down no one, as no one now dead for 2 minutes. Jump across as Naive. Looks for a second. Reaper Scythe coming down onto Passion. Not enough to kill him, but Naive, he's not done. Blinks forward, trying to chase. Roger gets the boulder smash to stun up the Anti-Mage. Naive, he still wants to go in for more. He's been silenced. Ramses is now focusing him as well. Roger able to roll down to the low ground. Ghostic jumps in, but does not get the call off in time. Just dealing with the illusions. Naive still chasing Pasha. Naive now leading towards Ramses. Naive is out of mana. He needs help. They need to help this Anti-Mage. As Solo, he's buying back. They want to capitalize on the fact that Naive is low on mana. Maybe they can get themselves back in VP. They are without no one for 90 seconds. And NoPangolier, they've still got the full lineup. They did have to buy back on both Slayer and Ghostic. But this is giving them the chance to get back into the pit. No threat of the Lina. They do lose Zayat as Ramses is able to chase him down.
I mean, the evasion is working wonders. Ramses is trying to hit him time and time again, but a living armor, evasion as well.
And outside it, they found Solo. That's a dieback from Solo. He's dead for 100 seconds. A buyback coming out from Zayat. They know that they have the numbers advantage to fight around the pit as Naive blinks straight back in. Looking to claim this Roshan. The Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard here for NoPangolier. VP, they've still got 3 left alive. Winter's Curse is now back up. They could look to make a play with just the 3 of them. As Ghostic keeping himself outside of the pit, making it hard for them to get the illusion sent forward. As Naive, BKB popped, he's looking to commit for this, but the Winter's Curse is down, they'll be able to get the kill. As VP, they get the kill on Roshan. Who's going to be able to grab what the Aegis? Anti-Mage was able to get it. Naive was able to pick up the Aegis. Now they're going to get the kill onto Roger, as they may have managed to kill the Roshan, but Aegis went the way of Naive. Gems are just scattered all up and down the floor around the pit. It was an attempt from VP, but it was an unsuccessful one. I yet to see where the Cheese and Refresher Shard got to.
Who's got it? Is it Ramses?
But we'll see in a minute.
Who's got it? He doesn't have any of it.
Not Ramses.
So someone's got it.
What do we got?
Was it killed?
I guess they got killed. Used or killed, yeah.
They must have gotten it killed on the floor.
There's no Refresher Shard.
Oh no, Roger. The courier, I believe. I see him pinging it. It's at the base.
Okay.
Okay, they did get Refresher Shard.
So they managed to secure the Refresher Shard. But Naive, he gets the Aegis. Yeah. He got the Aegis. Sure, buybacks were committed from both teams, but again, it really is the Naive show. This man, 11-4 and 13.
He got cursed, and I think I saw him even though he was cursed,
cursed.
He moved all his items. I saw him drop all of his items into his backpack anyway.
He did. Yeah.
Even though he was the one that was cursed. That could have been risky.
They've got the full Skadi now. Naive. This man's Anti-Mage.
This is crazy.
I mean, people said, you know, there's no way that they beat VP, and then, you know, people said, no, there's no way. You know, if you said they were going to do it with an Anti-Mage, they would have laughed at you. But look at this now. NoPangolier, they're 52 minutes into this brawl. they're holding themselves together against Virtus.pro.
With a 16k gold lead that VP has too. They're holding this.
Yeah, the VP sort of had this sort of 20k, 16k as we see here for sort of the last 10 minutes, but they've been unable to do more than take that mid set of racks with it. As this anti-mage, Naive.
There's going to be a timing, though, where these buybacks, we see a lot of them was committed forward here by NoPangolier. Linus is going to be coming up at a pretty decent time. Ramsey still has his save, too. But they still do have the Aegis on Naive. It's all going to be a lot about the control of your buybacks in these next upcoming team fights.
I've got that extra Berserker's cool AoE, which is going to be huge for Ghostic in terms of getting in and finding the sort of the catch onto the real PL.
Yeah. Naive
drawing them all in.
Naive with that Scotty. Now he has more mana to actually be able to work with. He's already gotten some really good mana voids in the fights. But I mean, you see this butterfly is doing so much work with the evasion. Like,
I mean, is anyone sort of building any sort of response to that in terms of True Strike? Are we going to see Ramses get an MKB? Or
don't know if he can.
Naive
jumps forward.
He wants to start the fight off. He gets the stun out. Ghostic's going to be there with the call onto the three of them. Naive still alive for now as he's getting some good cleave damage up with the Mana Void as well. Reaper's Sight down. That's going to be Roger gone for 2 minutes. They've lost the Aegis, but the Supernova successful. As Naive seeing if he can chase down for more. The side of VP getting split up. Ramses, another doppelganger, but Naive, he's chasing.
His heart's kicked in.
He wants this. He's got the Silver Edge. Ramses will be able to escape. They don't have detection, of course, on their front man, the Anti-Mage.
They got the Aegis.
They did get the Aegis out of the AM, and it did only cost them Roger's life. So VP will be content with that.
The Laguna doing crazy amounts of damage there.
Did he use the refresher shard?
Used the refresher shard. It didn't look like no, he did not.
He did not. Okay.
Didn't want to waste it on an Aegis target.
No.
Now he's got. I mean, now they definitely have a potential where he could just double Laguna, and this anti-mage just disintegrates, right? Almost, I mean, not exactly disintegrates, but it's
very close.
It's like over 2,200. It's like 1,100 something, I believe, from each Laguna with that Spelltime talent.
DD room for Naive. They would maybe like to try and fight. They are a man down, VP. A Solo. Oh no!
He's on the high ground. Solo can't.
I mean, okay, I say oh no, but oh, it worked out. He just stood on his cliff, hit him from the sky. And it got the job done. Ghostic popping the BKB. Can they jump in the base for more? That is the question. Do they want to?
Solo,
it's too dead.
Yeah, Solo with no buyback. Roger's still holding on to his
VP's got to be they're going in, VP. With just the three of them. And it's just a Winter's Curse, but Ghostic, if he finds a call.
It was very close to getting it on, with Naive standing next to Slayer.
Sure,
that's what he was trying to go for, I think.
Then it would rip him apart.
Look how they're carrying the triple gems now, though, right? They're worried about this PL, the Silver Edge that comes out that he can just move away. So 3 of them having it, they should, in theory, have vision inside the team fight for them to grab him.
But now Winter's Curse is down.
It is.
They could always hand in the refresher shard. If they want to, but Naive pushing forward. Ghostic's looking for the chance to see if he can maybe get a blink in. VP have to be careful how they approach this. Ramses starting to just spam out these illusions, looking to drain the mana of Naive. 10 seconds until Roger's back in. Solo will be back up as well shortly, so NoPangolier will retreat for now.
Siler's got money after these last couple team fights too. He's got, I think, a Radiance of his own now on Necrophos. So that, we're already talking about the evasion coming in from that butterfly being a bit of a problem.
This is going to make the AM even more unkillable. And a full Shiva's Guard for Ghostic. So they really are getting, as we've seen, to the point where they can control Ramses and really threaten the Phantom Lancer in these fights.
Yeah, I mean, they're showing that they can take fights when they're at a 20k gold deficit. Now they're picking up some big, significant items that can change quite a bit. I've seen Zayat's also doing this. You see how he just constantly has branches in his inventory, so he can get in position to get those roots.
He is one of the true players that does always look to go for that.
There's a lot happening in the fight, so it's I'm not going to talk about a tree. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've certainly seen him do it a few times this game.
Yep.
As VP smoking up as 5, they do have the Monkey King now for Ramses.
Okay.
So they've got a chance of getting the damage down. Now he's going to jump forward, look towards Solo. There's the Light Strike Array in response. Solo, they focus him down with one Laguna Blade. Now he's able to pop the BKB. They do pop the Supernova. Winter's Curse is going to get laid down. The Reaper side, not enough to kill off Roger straight away. The Supernova's going to be successful though. They couldn't kill it in time. There'll be a buyback from Roger. The Bash is coming out. The Mana Void is well. They've killed off Ramses. Ramses has to buy back. Ghostic, he's got the control with the call. The setup's there for Naive to come in onto no one. Cold Embrace is not going to save this Lina as no one getting bashed up. Taken down. Double kill for Naive. Solo's on the high ground looking to heal himself with the Sora, but he's been surrounded. Triple kill for Naive as NoPangolier are now back ahead in terms of net worth. That whole 20k lead that VP held onto for about 10 minutes has entirely swung away as Ramsey's brought back for this. So did Roger. Naive, he's already looking for more action straight off the bat.
That was the MKB fight for VP2. They were like, okay, this is our time to shine. We finally got something to do with that evasion, but the egg ends up going off. They get the control. Naive's able to collapse on top of Ramsey's. Oh my goodness.
I'm saying, dude, the thing, these pauses that we're having, it's Naive's internet. I mean, if this is what this kid is like when he's got dodgy internet, imagine when he's sort of hooked up with a proper cable connection. He would, because he's having a great game. 15-4 and 14 at 800 CS, as you're about to say. It's, and on an anti-mage. We'll see it once again here. I mean, they just couldn't kill the egg.
They got the first stun. I thought maybe no one might just do the double Laguna with his refresher shard there, but he isn't able to. And then they can't focus fire that egg. Bit of a problem for there.
I mean, I think you're absolutely. I don't.
Right? I thought he was going to double.
Why he didn't do the double?
I thought he was just going to double.
Why didn't he? You're the expert. Why didn't he?
I think he wanted to follow it up for stuns. It may have been. Maybe might have been able to buy. It would have killed him. Yeah, not too sure.
But he didn't do it.
It's a bit difficult.
He didn't do it. It's just an extra button press, Giannis.
Can also be worried about a buyback, though, right?
True. Just wanting to save it for another time.
Level 25, Winter's Wyvern, so we see that Splinter Blast stun. No one still dead for 40. They're trying to protect his buyback. Ramses throwing some illusions forward here. Bosch has got the curse, but Zayats, he's stalking. He sees him. Oh. Very low man on the anti-mage, though. Would have been tough for them to set up that kill fully, especially versus all the defensive capabilities that VP still does have. But 42k net worth on this AM.
My goodness, this is... I mean, this is an absolute treat. I mean, this is
beautiful
the grand finals. And, you know, sort of seeing the half of the bracket that the NoPangolier came from. There's like your Navis and Secrets. People are like, oh, it'd be nice for them to be in the finals. You know, big names would be a pretty high matchup. It's like, hey, Navi and Secret, you can sit aside, please. Can we let the real heroes get to the finals? And NoPangolier, they did. And this game one against VP, they're giving it their all, and they are absolutely matching the level of Dota that VP is presenting here, as you really could not ask for a better game one so far. No. Coming up to 1 hour in. The average, dead even in the net worth, and as you say, there's an anti-mage in the game.
The average game length, I believe, for NoPangolier during this tournament was like 49 minutes.
Correct.
They always took to late game.
That was on their wins.
And that was on their wins, yeah. And now versus VP, a team that is the veterans now and understanding all this, they are taking it in the late game versus VP. That is damn impressive.
And they're going to get away with this rush. I don't think VP can get out of here. They can't get here at all. They're inside of the base. Even if they start making the move now, Naive just takes this down too quickly, so it's going to be another Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard here for NoPangolier. They're getting all the tools ready to make this push happen. As VP, they didn't have any sort of intention of leaving the base there in an attempt to contest that. Oh,
the glyph, the living armor.
Oh, okay, they can keep it alive.
It's alive.
Oh, there we go, saving tier 2s.
Some money kept away from VP, some map control, I guess, not really, but it's alive.
It's pretty big keeping that tier 2 alive when you've lost, you know, a set of racks. Every other tier 2's gone, just in case you lose a fight, and it makes sort of the attempt for getting mega creeps that little harder for VP because there is that tier 2 standing in the way on one of the lanes.
Sure. Yep, that's true. It's definitely something.
Yeah.
No one. Oh. He was going for a bounty rune.
Oh.
They found him going for a bounty rune.
I think the boys tilted.
I think they're feeling I think they're just feeling like they've fallen behind in this game so much. Yeah. Like even when they were having the 15k gold advantage, they were losing fights. Now they're definitely feeling like we do not have the gold advantage at all. That's why you see them like going for bounty runes at this time period.
They have got to keep their emotions in check at VP. As on the other half of it, you can imagine the adrenaline from the players on NoPangolier at the moment. They are absolutely in the zone right now.
Line is drawn. They're ready to set up for bottom. They've got all their tools, all their kit available. Reaper Sight still on cooldown. Of course, it was just used. But besides that, everything else at the ready with that Aegis Cheese Refresher Shard.
Naive.
Confident. Blinks forward.
Yep. Stun does come out from Roger. But he's just taking a tier 3 tower, easily getting himself back out. There's a Lotus Orb into play now, so he has to be really careful with those Lagunas that he throws out. No one.
mana all taken out there from Naive. Splinter Blast stun comes forward, but Solo, he did lose his tombstone right at the start there. Naive did jump forward to make sure that did go down. VP trying to buy time for no one.
He's got the opening here onto the Wyvern. He's going to put the BKB as well. Zayas as well going in with the BKB, looking for position for the overgrowth. He's able to get all four of them in. The Winter's Curse does come out in time, but it's going to be that Ghostic, he can survive. Naive not doing enough damage to kill off Ghostic, as I believe Naive again there took all his items out of his inventory, so he didn't kill off Ghostic. They will still lose Zayas. No one's bought back for this though. As Sylar, and he's stunned up, focused by the Light Strike Array. Ghostic and Naive still on the high ground, seeing if they can get themselves back and involved into this fight. Naive jumping forward to the side, doesn't quite find himself on top of Ramses. Light Strike Array comes down as well as the Boulder Smash. He's being held in place. He'll go down once. Ghostic and Slayer, though, are on the high ground, looking for the counterplay. Another stun comes in. Ghostic has to go. Goes in with the call. There'll be the BKB out. Mana Void thrown down. It's not enough to kill off Pasha. Roger and Padgett still alive. Light Strike Array down onto Ghostic, as Ghostic will surely fall. Ramsey's chasing him, the axe, as he gets the kill. Sylar trying to get the hot control onto Roger, but Roger keeps the distance. Light Strike as well coming out from no one, as they're starting to tease further forward towards NoPangolier as they push NoPangolier away.
You see how careful they are? Ghostic buys back, and VP, even though they're like, oh, we might be able to get a kill set up here on this next target, they like reset very, very nicely so that they can get that position advantage for the AM. Naive overestimating his blink, jumping forward, dies once. Ghostic now dead for 100 seconds, and they even lose a tier 4 during that. That was real discipline coming in there from VP.
Yeah, these sort of holds are going to be exactly what they have to pull off. It does cost them that buyback for no one.
Yeah.
So again, this risky position after the 80 seconds when Ghostic's back in the game on his axe, they can look to go for that play again if they don't have a second life on no one's Lina.
Did we? I didn't see, by the way. Also, I heard the Mana Void. Was it blocked by Lincolns? There's so many Lincolns out there, and then the team fight's getting a little crazy.
There absolutely is, and it didn't seem to do any damage
I think
at all.
there's
so I would not be surprised if that was blocked. As indeed, we heard the sound, but I did not see any health bars go down.
Yeah,
so
neither.
I think, yeah, it's hard to keep track of when there's 4 Lincolns fair. But I think most of the time we can probably assume that the Mana Void's not going to be successful.
Dude, Zayat's got it. That was a crazy overgrowth, though. I think 2 4-man overgrowths
straight in.
The base.
Started off with a 4-man overgrowth behind the bottom set of racks. Yeah, so that's a way to really kick things off. As VP, I mean, they're hovering around the pit. Obviously, Roshan's still not up for quite some time. Double damage rune picked up on Ramses. Sylar does still have the cheese ready on the Necrophos for the next push.
They picked up so much gold now, too. Just everyone's starting to get crazy amounts of money. Pasha, I think, has like a full hex if he wants to purchase it.
And we're getting, what, the 25s online pretty much?
I think everyone is.
Is everyone?
Maybe just Solo isn't. I believe it's. I think it's just maybe the Phoenix and the Undying that are probably not level 25 just yet.
What's the 25 on the tree? Is it something good?
He took the 350 eyes and the overgrowth.
Okay.
He's going to be going for the Aghanim's next.
Yeah,
so he can get. I mean, it's the AoE though. Yeah. The AoE anyway from the overgrowth is massive.
Oh,
that's why you saw it.
Yeah, how he managed to catch pretty much everyone as he dove in there.
No one is now switching the item. That's what happens when you get all this gold, right? Getting luxury to switch the item build up a bit here. Going to be going for that MKB, so he can actually be able to deal that damage versus the AM. We do have the 25, so that Supernova, which has been surviving a majority of the times.
It really
even
is
more so.
Just sort of these drafts, as we keep mentioning, around a Phoenix that you sort of have to do, because we sort of got to this point where Phoenix was being picked all the time, and then you were constantly seeing like these Linas and Miranas being picked up against it, and now it's sort of like the meta's moved another step where teams are like, well, we're still going to pick Phoenix, but we're going to make sure we get a tree or an axe, just always making sure they have these sort of fantastic heroes to control people around. I mean, even the Necrophos, as we've seen, just laying down a Reaper Scythe onto these fast hitters like the Lina, suddenly you can't kill that egg.
Yep. And just that little bit of interruption, it can be enough. It can be the deal breaker sometimes. Now with that Supernova count, it's a lot more as the Hex for Pasha. So much control coming out. And AM Nullifier. Well, he can actually get rid of the pesky Aeon disc. He has multiple ways now to break the Lincoln Spheres too.
It can also be very good at if he can get the blink and nullify onto like Ramses per se. You know, just stopping him from getting that initial chance to. Well,
he has to Abyssal then nullify
he has
after.
to do both at the same time.
It's very difficult. I mean, this game is pretty much now.
You know, quick fingers. You can go.
Yeah. This game is so much now done. It's like execution and everything, every single midst of it all. They do now pick up an Ags on the tree too, so more information And as the time grows on, as we love Tree, he gives this game, I like how Parker said it's like a techies feel to the game.
It's like, how do you push out?
Yeah. He's always going to be able to control the map. Always going to have ways to get the root on in the back lines, even though he has been for the majority with that Blink Dagger. Ramses has the Moonshard in the backpack.
There we go.
Switch it. There we go.
He's
holding it for a bit.
And, of course, money.
So much gold. Might as well.
Buying gem for his team. Yep. It's getting to that point.
So scary. Both teams really have to play so much around each other. You can't really separate too much once the game starts to get like this, and you have to find yourself situations where you can get gems and even quelling blades a lot of the times, because the trees really will start to add up, especially around that Roche pit. You always will have vision inside the pit with a tree on your team. As Roger is scouted.
Knife was going to head back, but he'll stick around. Get himself involved in a little bit of a kill. That was the gem as well. So another gem.
Who's got majority of the gems? Oh, they have got 4.
How many gems are in this game at the moment?
I think there's 4 or 5 at least.
Oh yeah, we've got this beautiful graphic.
Yeah, look at that. We got 4. They're all holding it.
Everyone's got a gem.
Nice.
This poor old Silet's getting left out on the Necrophos.
That makes it very scary. Now they can't push outside the base too much. Ramses is trying to get what he can around the little vision that he does have with that one ward, getting some slight farm. But NoPangolier have this map in control.
Now this is
10,000 gold.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to hit some crazy numbers. This game could go on for a long time, and every time we say that, the game ends abruptly right afterwards. But this one could. This one could.
It's suddenly just become such a test here for VP. This game in a series where you wouldn't have thought the VP were the team that would be tested here. There's NoPangolier just really showing up in big time and giving it their all here in this game. One of the best of 5 of the Maincast Autumn Brawl.
Solo's got a gem. He's starting to walk around, scout out those trees that they know are going to be up all over the place.
Naive. Leading in. Got their eyes on Ramses to get the jump. Winter's Curse will be out, but the call was there, buying some time to disable him. Ramses still able to get the doppelganger out to the side. Ghosting taking a lot of damage here, won't fall. They lose Ghosting. There's the stun out onto the anti-mage. They get the anti-mage as well. No one gets the 2 kills. And now VP, they want to chase down for more. Hex down onto Slayer's Phoenix as VP. They'll find the Phoenix. Roger set up with the Boulder Smash and control onto Sailor as VP will finally strike back in the Virtus.pro style that we expect from them. They get 4 kills and don't lose anything other than Roger, as Roger brought back for that.
How many gems?
Certainly worth it.
How many gems did they lose?
I think that was...
that was...
At least 3.
That was a little bit over-aggressive move by NoPangolier, getting punished heavily.
Oh, Roche is up.
So much chain lockdown. 4 buybacks coming out, but the Meteor Hammer connects on 2 afterwards. Then they get a Light Strike Array follow-up. Then they get a stun from the Earth Spirit as well. Just crazy amounts of control from VP. As they are starting to cut these trees.
Can NoPangolier threaten this Roshan? Can they do anything about the fact that VP's in there going for it? Sailor, he's leading in with the Shiva's Guard. They'll dive forward from Slayer as well. Solo's going to be eyed up outside of the pit. There's an Arcane Rune there ready and waiting for Ramses. He's picked it up. The Hex comes down straight away as Solo is getting burnt down by the Sunray. Jump forward from Ghostic will be able to take the first life of the Undying as he's got the Reincarnate talent. There's the Laguna down onto Ghostic. Ghostic Naive jumps in. He's going to be held back by the Winter's Curse. Zayat, Overgrowth, has control onto no one. No one getting healed by the Soul Rip, but he's still able to get off the Light Strike Array. Meteor Hammer laid down as well. Naive pots the Manta, but the silence is there. No one keeping his distance. Hex down onto the anti-mage. No one turns again. Another stun. A Light Strike Array. He has been Glimmer Cape. Will it be enough to keep him alive? It is. A Naive will fall. Ramses gets the triple kill. Sailor goes down as well. And GG is called. They can't fight back after that anymore. As Virtus.pro, 70 minutes in, will finally be able to secure the victory. But what a hard-fought game that was indeed. And if NoPangolier can do that with an anti-mage draft, I can't wait to see what else they've got in store for us this series.
I cursed them. I just said it. I was like, usually when we say this, the game ends abruptly right afterwards. NoPangolier gets a little too overzealous, gets punished by this absurd amount of disable. The curse lasting. The curse just lasts the whole BKB duration. So Naive jumps in, gets cursed, gets stunned, gets silenced, gets stunned, gets hexed. It's just so much overbearing control for this anti-mage to be able to do it. That was That was an excellent game.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
Absolutely, from both sides. To sort of come into this, I think Naive as well, you know, he sure didn't get the win, but his anti-mage, it looked absolutely impeccable. Just, it was there was just so much interplay from VP. You could really tell their itemization. They were doing everything that you know, in terms to win that game, and you know, getting the 4 Lincoln Spheres out, getting those late game hexes, and making it so that it was just so hard for NoPangolier to fight against them. I mean, fighting against VP 70 minutes into a game, that's probably one of the toughest situations you'll ever find yourself in as a Dota 2 team.
Yeah, it really just comes down to like these small little decision makings, just making sure you don't overcommit and just slight discipline. Like VP backing up and resetting several times. Yeah. That's where you see a lot. I mean, but NoPangolier, I'm really looking forward to what these guys can do. This is excellent.
They've got a lot to show and a lot to reveal, as we'll see as this series does continue. But as for now, it stands 1 game up for VP in this best of 5 here at the Maincast Autumn Brawl. We'll send you back to the panel, but don't go anywhere. Lots more Dota to come here today.